Good morning. We are that which we already seek. Do you really believe that? Do you really understand the consequences of what that is? Let me say it again. We are that which we already seek. But I'm not, Sheena. I haven't got this and I haven't got that and I haven't got the other. Hang on a minute. What do you want everything for? What do you want it for? What do you want the money for? What do you want the house for? What do you want the partner for? To feel safe, to feel secure. Can you go to that place now? So, what is it that you really want? What is it that you're really looking for? Is it the house? Is it the money? Is it a partner? What does that feel like when you think about it? Just take a moment. What does that feel like? If you had £1 million in your bank account now, or you took your annual salary and you made it monthly, what does that feel like right now? Does it feel good? Boom, right there. That's your instant manifestation, because you only want something for the feeling of it. So there you go. Look at the wonderful gift you just gave yourself. But then what you do is you go on a reality check. But it's not here, Sheena. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You can only have that in which you're a vibrational match to. And you can create that vibrational match at any time. Anytime. You just did there. You can have whatever you want right now, because it's the feeling of it that you want. Because when you get the object, if it's a new car, well, a week later, it's a new car. It's a car. Like, it just gets you from A to B. I remember meeting Bugsy Malone, this singer, the rapper. I didn't know who he was. I was in Manchester, and would you believe it must have been before his famous days, because he was in Costa having a cup of coffee, and I could see this guy signing things and somebody sitting with him, and so I was just like, gosh, I wonder what he does. And you see, this would be typical Sheena, that she has to go over and just go, hello, I'm just really interested in what you're doing there. You're signing some things. I'm really interested. And, I found out that he was Bugsy Malone. And so I sat there and had a wee chat. And I must say, he wasn't very chatty. It was his manager that was doing most of the chatting. But I remember the story that my son told me about him, that he'd got his big house and he got the 5 cars. And what he realized was that he was alone in his big house and alone with his 5 cars. So before, he felt alone without money, living in a 2 up, 2 down. Now he felt alone in a big house with 5 cars, and he still felt alone. You see, we can miss the point about why do you want what you want. It's because of the feeling of it, and you are already everything. Because if I asked you to imagine, have you ever been to Niagara Falls? But could you imagine being there? Can you imagine looking at it? And if you've been there before, you can take yourself there now in your mind. Have you ever seen the Eiffel Tower? And if you have, done, you can take yourself there. But if you haven't, you can imagine it. I remember when I first saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I was just like, because I'd arrived there in a cruise ship, and we hopped in a taxi and off we went then, and I'm standing there in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa going, oh my goodness, like I saw this in pictures. And it wasn't amazing. I mean, it was amazing, but not amazing, because I'd seen it in pictures. I'd already seen it in my mind. And so when I got there, it was just the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I was like, go figure. You see, you think it's the objective world that you want, That's just bait. Bait for you to grow. It's the feeling that you want. And so I want you to feel the difference between these two things right now. I want you to think of receiving abundance. Can you do that right now? Can you feel that right now? Receive abundance. Sort of nothing happens, does it? But I want you to now express abundance. Go on. Express abundance. Express it. Express it. Go on, I can see you now. Express abundance. Do you feel the difference? You see, receiving means to re-get, and to receive. Receive means I already have it, because I can't receive if I didn't sieve it in the first place. So I already am abundance. And you know, when we split the word abundance, now stay with me on this. Abun is Father. So we could call God, universe, universal intelligence, source, energy, dancing with energy. Can you be abundant today because you're expressing it and you're feeling it, and you cannot express that which you don't have? Go on, express abundance, express it. Didn't you feel the difference between trying to receive it and expressing it? Dance with the energy today. Abundance is nothing to do with money. It is to do with your energy and your consciousness, and your prosperity consciousness, abundant consciousness, or are you lack consciousness? The two things are going to make such a difference in your life. Listen, for those of you who watch me for quite some time, sitting in the background, I know you're ready and you're waiting for my masterclass next week. But here's the thing. For you people, I have got a special offer for 3 people who book a call with me. The link is up there. 3 people. I have got an extra special offer on the price of my program. It's already going to be offered at a super duper low price next week. But for those people who make the move today and book a call with me today, I have got an extra special surprise for you. I don't do this. I do not discount the price of the program. Next week is all about adding value. I have a certain price for my program. I know what it's actually worth, but I've chosen a certain price, and I never discount that price. But I'm going to discount it for you, for 3 people. Are you ready to make the move? Or are you going to wait for next week? Because I guarantee you wait for next week. I'll wait till next week. I'll wait till next week. I did that once. It cost me, I think, the difference in the price of the program, because I decided to wait for the next masterclass, and the cost me, it was something like twice the price, actually. Yeah, actually it was 10 grand was the difference. Her program price was 15,000. When I decided to wait for the next masterclass, and the price of the program went up to 30,000. I just looked at it and I went, are you kidding me? So waiting that next, it was 6 weeks. Waiting 6 weeks cost me an extra 15K. What is the cost of you not stepping forward? Remember when I first started this program with Bob, in 3 weeks I pulled in 40K. What are you missing out on? If you want to contact me, the link is up there. Book the call up there. Click on that link and you'll be able to book a call with me today. It's a special offer that will not be happening again, let me tell you. That's it. I want you to express abundance today. Leave everybody with the impression of increase because you expressed your own dancing with energy. Let me read this one line here from Bob. So this is the book that we get. So Thinking into Results. Gold dust in here. Energy always returns to its source of origination. Let me say that again. Energy always returns to its source of origination. So why would you consciously and deliberately give out bad energy? Why would you do that? You wouldn't, would you? But I know what's happening. Your paradigms are in control. You've got a habitual way and you don't know how to get out of it. And you're like, but I know it up here, but this body doesn't want to do it. I know. And I know how to get you out of that. I know how to get you out of it. Can I read you something? I love this one. I absolutely love it. And it's called The Spirit of Opulence. You're going to have to excuse me. I need my little glasses on. Look at this. If we clearly realize that the creative power of ourselves is unlimited, then there is no reason for limiting the extent to which we may enjoy what we can create by means of it. Where we are drawing from the infinite, we need never be afraid of taking more than our share. That is not where the danger lies. The danger is in not sufficiently realizing our own richness and in looking upon the externalized products of our creative power as being the true riches instead of the creative power of spirit itself. If we avoid this error, there is no need to limit ourselves in taking what we can from the infinite storehouse. All things are yours. And the way to avoid this error is by realizing that the true wealth is in identifying ourselves with the spirit of opulence. We must be opulent in our thought. Do not think money as such, for it is only one means of opulence, but think opulence, that is largely, generously, liberally. And you will find that the means of realizing this thought will flow to you from all quarters, whether as money or as 100 other things not to be reckoned in cash. We must not make ourselves dependent on any particular form of wealth or insist on its coming to us through some particular channel. That is at once to impose a limitation and to shut out other forms of wealth and to close other channels. But we must enter into the spirit of it. Now, the spirit of life, and throughout the universe, life ultimately consists in circulation, whether within the physical body of the individual or on the scale of the entire solar system. And circulation means a continual flowing around. The spirit of opulence is no exception to this universal flow of life. When once this principle becomes clear to us, we shall see that our attention should be directed rather to the giving than the receiving. Direct your attention to giving rather than receiving. We must look upon ourselves not as misers' chests to be kept locked for our own benefit, but as centers of distribution. And the better we fulfill our function as such centers, the greater will be the corresponding inflow. This is an article from Thomas Troward that's in this book. Let me read that last bit again. We must look upon ourselves not as misers' chests to be kept locked for our own benefit, but as centers of distribution. And the better we fulfill our function as such centers, the greater will be the corresponding inflow. I want to give you this amazing program that will change everything. But do you want to give you yourself the abundance, the time, the energy, so that you can feel and understand rather than getting locked in those other paradigms? There's one sentence in there that I did not get. about the receiving and the giving, and I thought I was supposed to receive, but I can't receive that which I already am. I just recognize it. And when I recognize it in me, oh my goodness, I can see it in you. You're amazing. I want to help you see it. Book a call. 3 spaces today, end of. It's up to you. An amazing offer. I'll see you tomorrow.